This question tells us that a girl named Dulce, who is 60 inches tall, had her photo taken while she was standing right next to a tree. And then later on in the photograph, Dulce is only 2 inches tall, pretty small, while the tree is 10 inches tall. The question is, what's the actual height of the tree? How tall is the tree in real life? This is a proportion problem. And one of the ways that we can see that it's a proportion problem is that we're comparing two things that are related in some way. We're comparing the height of this girl, Dulce, and the height of the tree. A really useful strategy in solving proportions is to create a proportion table to help us organize this information that's in the question. Here, we're comparing Dulce and her height and the tree and its height. And we're going to create a ratio, a comparison of those two things, Dulce and the tree, and we're going to find a number then that's going to tell us the height of the tree. The second sentence here in the problem tells us the numbers that we can use to compare Dulce and the tree. It says in the photo, Dulce is 2 inches tall and the tree is 10 inches tall. Well, there's our ratio right there. Dulce is 2 inches tall and the tree is 10 inches tall. So the ratio of Dulce to the tree in terms of height is 2 to 10. We're also told in that first sentence that Dulce is 60 inches tall. What we don't know is the height of the tree. That's our unknown. So using this proportion table, we've been able to organize this information that we can then put into a proportion, two fractions that are equal to each other. So 2/10 equals 60 over x. And we can solve for x. We can find out what the height of the tree is by doing cross multiplication. So 10 times 60, which is really easy to solve, 60 times 10, 10 times 60, is going to be 600. We're taking 60, the number 60, we're moving the place value over one place to the left, adding in a 0, and that's 600. And then we're going to take that answer, 600, and divide it by 2. So 600 divided by 2, 2 goes into 6 3 times, goes into 0 0 times, and the answer is 300. 600 divided by 2 is 300. That 300 inches is the actual height of the tree. And you could use this to try to figure out the height of any sort of object that's too big for you to measure in real life because you don't have a long enough measuring stick or meter tape. You could stand next to the school, and if you know your height, and you can look and compare later on the photograph of yourself and the height of the school, you can figure out how tall the school is. Once you feel confident with this problem and you understand it, go ahead and try the practice problem that is grouped with this problem on the homework quiz for this week.